Here's 3 ways to become a kick-ass video editor. Number 1, you need to be using keyboard shortcuts. This will make you way faster and way more efficient no matter what editing software that you're using. Number 2, you need to be practicing sound design. Sound design can make a really boring video into a really exciting video. And last but not least, focus on telling a story. Practice editing all different types of projects in order to improve your storytelling abilities.
Some of you guys have been asking me to break down the Devin Jatho editing style, which he uses to go viral every time. So this video is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to edit like Devin Jatho using DaVinci Resolve. But before we start the animation, I would like to show you how I did the storyboarding. That is, I'm going to drop this here. And if I come to this website here, by the way, I'm not sponsored by them, I just use them. So I went to Devin's page, I took a screenshot, and I went to his editor's page, I took a screenshot. Now, if you look at it, you would see that the intro of all his videos always appear like this. You have a bold text, you have smaller text below, maybe 2-3 words, and then you have the logo of the app they're talking about, and most often is Instagram. You can see here, I see here. I wish I could zoom that in, but here's how it appears all the time. Now if I just drag and drop this here, this is not a tutorial on how to use this website, but if I just drag and drop it here, you're going to see this is how the intro appears. But I didn't want to use something like this because the guy was talking about 3 things. So I went to my intro, and here is my intro. Here's 3 ways to become a kick-ass video editor. So he's talking about 3 things. Number 1 is use shortcut. Number 2 is sound design. Number 3 is storytelling. So I went to his editor's page to find a solution. He has most of these 3 things. Right, that's what I wanted. Here is talking about 7 things. Now if you look here, there are 3 things. You look here, there are 3 things, and 3 things. So I decided to go with this one. So text animation, you have simple text, no animation, mostly 1 or 2 lines. I had to correct that. 3 to 5 words on the screen, no text animation, all caps, tactic fonts. And you can see that here. The same thing happens here. There are 2 words here, there are 3 words here, 3 or 4 words here, 3 words here, 3 or 4 words here. So the text is the same. He can choose to highlight some of the text. Like, let me show you. Animation, you have just little zoom in and zoom out, and you can change the text color of what you want to highlight. So you see here, luxury is highlighted in yellow and my clothes is highlighted in red. If I go here, good. Now this is another text on screen. So finally I had to come up with some ideas of animations I wanted to do. I just came up with this one. I'm going to use the After Effects logo, DaVinci Resolve logo, and the Premiere Pro. I finally didn't use Premiere Pro. Now sound design, I'm going to do the sound design. So this was all about the storyboarding I did for this video. Now let's jump back into DaVinci Resolve. Now in DaVinci Resolve, I'm going to hit Ctrl N to create a new timeline. Uncheck project settings, go to format, and I'm going to use vertical resolution and change this to 30 frames per second. Create that. We have a new timeline. Now I'm just going to get the guy's image from here. You don't need to color grade it. I'm going to give you the color graded one and the ungraded one. You can pick which one you want to use. I'm just going to reduce this like this. Make sure I don't need to mute that. But we're going to start with generating the caption. So I'm going to go to effects, go to titles, get a text plus here. I'm just going to open my inspector from here. Let me just leave this word. I'm going to close this up and let me open this up a little bit more. This is where I'm going to position the text somewhere around just below here. Somewhere around here will be fine, I think. Let me just make sure it's okay. Yeah, somewhere around here is fine. I'm going to open that back up. Now come to this one. I'm going to change the font to the tactic font. It can be this one. Good. I'm going to go to shading, go to 3, that's enable black shadow, and I'm going to check that. Now if you check that the shadow might be too much, you might just come down here and reduce the opacity to something like this. I think it's okay, and this is it. Now go to your media pool. If you see, I already have a text plus here. All you need to do is drag and drop this into your media pool and you can delete this one from here. Now what you need to do next is open up workspace, come down to script. I have AutoSoft and Firecut. Firecut is a paid plugin. You can get that if you want. I'm going to use a free plugin to generate our text, which is AutoSoft. Now click auto subs. It's going to open up this dialog bar here. You see here, base template is a text plus. Now which text plus, I can't differentiate which one because I didn't name them differently. So you can use anyone, but yours you have just one. Now you can get the project file for this animation, link in the description. Now the language is English. Everything here is fine. I just want to come here. It should be uppercase to make sure that everything appears in capital letters. And I'm going to come here to where it says subtitle line rows. You can click here and you can change the character limit to maybe something like 12. Go up to like, let's go up to like 12. I used 9, but finally I had to change it. Or let's go up to like 15. No, let's come down to 12. 12 will be okay. And then for line limit, I might use 3 words. Line count, I'm going to leave it at 1. We can change the line count later, and from there you can just start the generation. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the generation is completed. You can click here. Now all you need to do is just come down, scroll down. You can check if there is a mistake here or not, and I think that is okay. So if I play it now, you're going to see what it has done. Let me just go back to this one. Yeah, you're going to see this is all that it has done. It has generated a text for us, and we have to select all of these and move them up to like here. I want to move them very far up. Yeah, somewhere around there is fine. Good, we need them. So let's start the actual animation. Now I'm just going to come here, hold down Alt and duplicate this one, bring it down here, and for the meantime I'm going to hide this one. Now I just need to open up this one to where he says here's how to become a kick-ass video. So till about here, I'm just going to add a marker there. So this one has to come right up till here, and here I can go here. I'm gonna open the inspector from here, Control C. I'm going to bring it here, Control V, and I'm going to remove the 3 ways, and I'm going to add a 3 like that. Here's the first line of text. I'm just going to hold down Alt, duplicate that one, and move it up. Now here, what I'm going to write is become a kick-ass. So now the text is set and everything is set. Come here to the first one, which is 3 ways to become a kick-ass video editor. I'm just going to try to change that to a lighter font, which is, let me just hide this one first for the meantime, and I'm going to try to use a lighter one for this one. Yeah, something around here is fine. And then open up this one, and I can bring it down here. No, not this one. I'm going to bring this one down here. Yes, we can increase this one to 0.9 and 0.9 here. Let's use 0.8. 0.9 is too much. Here, something around here, and I'm going to bring it down here. One thing I want to change is I'm going to remove this kick ass. This ass from here. Nobody will want to be seen as, you know. That's it. Now we have to open this text in the Fusion page so we can stylize it a little bit. In the Fusion page, I have this. I'm going to open this one up. Let me bring up this one so that we can see what we're doing. So this one, I'm going to add all of these. You can find a link in the description. I'm going to first of all add a light sweep pro, and I'm going to add a neo glow. Now this is what is going to happen. It's going to be like this. I'm going to come to the new glow. I'm going to disable it for now, and in this one I'm going to, you see this is where the center is. I can just bring it down here to something around here, and I'm going to, let me bring this one down. I'm going to just reduce the intensity a little bit and reduce the width a little bit. Good, something like here. And finally I'm going to change the color. I used the yellow color, but you can use whatever color you want. Let me see which one is better. Good. Now for the light sweep, we're going to make sure that we're going to animate this light sweep so that it sweeps from this side to this side. So at frame 0, we can just keyframe it from here. Oh no, let's come to somewhere around frame 10. We're going to keyframe the center X and Y, that's here, and take it to the side. Take it out like this and come to somewhere around frame 20, frame 30. Let it take 20 frames and we'll bring it to the side like so. Now I don't like how, I'm just going to remove the edge from here. Good, and I think that that's okay. You can use this setting for the neo glow if you have it, If you don't have it, there's no problem, you can still just do the animation like that. And I think that will be all. We can go back to the edit page. In the edit page, we have this. So on top of this, I'm going to build what we need to have down here. So I'm going to go to effects again. We're going to use an adjustment clip. Just drag and drop an adjustment clip here and make sure it covers this area here. Now open the adjustment clip in the fusion page. In the fusion page, this is what we have. I'm just going to make sure that I bring this up to about 50%. We need it. So now get a background node, get another background node, and we're going to connect this one here. Get a rectangle mask, connect the rectangle mask here, and in the rectangle mask, let me just bring this down. 25% will be good. I'm going to bring this down to something around here. Bring it like this. I think it should be like this here. What I'm going to do in order to keep consistency, I'm going to bring a background node here. I'm going to get a rectangle mask to the background, and in the rectangle mask, I'm just going to uncheck solid and bring this up like this. Yes, not too much. We're going to, and then change the background color to maybe a black color and connect it here. Good. Something like this is fine. Now I'm just going to increase the width of this rectangle so that it covers. Yep. Now you see that we need to increase the size of this text. So let's go back to the edit page. Come to this text, which is this kick ass here, and we're going to bump up the size. Yeah, I think that this size is okay. Now let's go back to the edit page. For the meantime, I'm going to go to the fusion page with this one, and I'm going to disable this one. These things are usually too heavy for a PC. Go back to the, now let's open this one, and now let's continue building this thing. Let's open this one to about 50%, and I'm just going to bring, I think I can bring down this rectangle down to somewhere, yes, like this. Now we have this one. I'm just going to take a look at this one this way, and this rectangle I can just make it to come to this side like so, and let's make the color a gradient color. I'm going to take this point to the middle here, and I'm going to add another point here. Now just going to, for this point, I'm going to click here and pick this yellow color from here, yes, and same thing, pick a yellow color from here. Now we can just maybe make this a little bit lighter like this. Something like this is fine. If I lift that up, I'm going to shift space and add a drop shadow. In the drop shadow, I can just let me lift this one up because we might be needing that one too. Yes, I'm just going to bring the blur down a little bit, distance up, no, yeah, and the strength down. Yeah, so you can use this one if you want. You can use these drop shadow settings. Now let's build the next thing, which is adding the text and the number. So first thing, I'm going to come here and I'm going to add the number 1 to this one. The text should be the same things, tactics. I'm just going to, I can't really identify which one. Good, this is it, it is here. So I'm just going to pick up the text and move it here. Now bring it to somewhere around here. I need to change that font. Let me increase the size first. I need to change the font, so I'm just going to scroll through and show you the font that I use. This one is okay. Just going to bump up the size like this. Now go to layout, increase it like this, and let's just use 0.2.21. yeah, that's fine. And let's align it with the rectangle. You can hold down shift to do this kind of thing, but it's not completely aligned, but you get what I'm saying. Get another text node and connect this text node here. Now to make sure I'm looking at this one here, in this text node I'm going to write shortcut, should be capital letters. Change the font, you can use any font you want, but for the sake of variation I'm going to use FS Pro Display. You can still use the same font if you want. Now it's a little bit not clear, so let's come here and add something like a drop shadow to that one. Yeah, I think, yeah, that one should work, and bring down the opacity. Yeah, just to make the text pop a little bit. Now to this text node, I'm going to add a mosaic. This is it here, mosaic blur. Add it here. It's going to do that. Now I just need to bring down this one. Just need to play. You just need to play with this one to get what you want. All right, so these are my mosaic blur settings. You can just play with this one, this slider here, and you have this kind of thing. The only thing we need here is to add a light sweep. So I'm going to come here, go to effects, and I'm just going to click here and add a light sweep pro from the new pack. Add it here. You're going to have that. Now the center is here, so just bring it down to this one. I'm going to disable the glow and bring down the intensity somewhere around here. Bring down the width like this, and bring down the soft edge so that we have something a little bit sharp. Now you still see going out of here, so let's try. I think I should just move this one to this side. Yeah, you can choose to enable the glow or not, but these are my settings. Copy them if you want. Now all I need to do is control C all of these, control C up here, control V. I'm going to come down here, get a background node, connect it to this one here, and then to this one I'm going to connect it here. But before anything, I'm going to add a transform node to this one so that we can use the transform node to move it down. Come to this one, we're going to change this to the number 2. I'm going to take this transform to the viewer, and you see the number 2 here. Now let's change this text to sound design. The text is fine. Now all we need to do is I'm going to come to this rectangle. I want this one to come to a little bit somewhere around here, so we can increase this like this and bring it to this side. Increase it, increase this one again. Good. What I don't want is seeing this yellow color around here. Let me close this up and show you, bring this up as a rectangle should not show after this 2 here. What I'm going to do is get a polygon mask here and select the polygon. We can then click something like this, this, and close it here. Now if I connect it here, you're going to see that this is what happened. Just come and select invert. Now you have this place is transparent, and you can uncheck this one. That's what we are going to do even for the 3. Now I think all of that is all we need to do. Again is just copy this one, control C. I'm going to move it up here again, control V. Now we need to just connect this one here, move this to the side, move this to the side. Now come back here, change this text to 3, and this last one should be storytelling. I'm going to write it as one word. Now I think it should, let's take a look at that one. Yeah, it should work. Now you see that the 3 is having a problem, so just come here. You can still use a rectangle mask to, and just bring it down here like this, and that'll be fine. That's all about it. So let's come to, I'm just gonna lift all of these up and connect this one to this one. Boom, we have it like this. So what I need, I can just bring down this one to about 50%. We'll look at it from here. Now I'm going to select the second one and bring it down using the its center X and Y. Yes, I think somewhere around there should be good. Select this one. I think I need to size all of these up again. So what I'm going to do is add a transform node here. Make sure it's at the center of this one. I'm going to bring the pivot point down here to somewhere around here in the middle of that one, and try to scale it up. Yep. If I scale it up and bring it to this side, 1.12 should work. Yeah, I think this one is okay. 1.15 is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this transform node because I used it to position them. Delete this one again in order for them to pick all of this transform node setting. Copy this one, control C, paste it here, control V, paste it here, control V again. Now come to this one and bring it down using the center X and Y. I'm going to leave like two gaps between them. Yes, that one is fine. Go up to this one, bring it down. Oh, I think this one, the gap is too much. Let's just bring it up a little bit more. This one a little bit more. This one a little bit more. This spacing is fine. So finally here we're going to add something like a glow. So let's go to effect and add a new glow to it. Yes, so that it glows everything up like so. I'm going to close that up, bring down the glow to something around here. I'm going to go to the edit page. I'm going to look for the position where he says kick ass, and I'm going to make it glow at that point. This is the point where he says kick ass, so I'm going to add a marker there and go back to the fusion page. Now in the fusion page, I'm going to make an animation from here. So what I'm going to do is keyframe this one here, go maybe 10 15 frames forward, bring it down to 0, go another maybe 25 frames, no, 30 at frame 30. I'm going to take it down to 0 again, so that it's like that. Now you can open this graph, make sure you zoom to fit, select all, and you hit S. Maybe just stylize it a little bit like this or like this. So yes, this is where he says kick ass. Now between this frame and this frame, we're just with between frame 0 and this frame, we're going to make these things pop up. So come to frame, let's say frame 25. After that, we're going to have to keyframe these things coming in. Let's give them like 30 frames. So let's come to the last keyframe, to frame 30, and we're going to keyframe the center X and Y for this merge node, and go to this one. We can keyframe the center X and Y at frame 25. At frame 25, yes. Then for this one, we can come back to this one and come to about frame 15 or maybe frame 20. We're going to keyframe the blend value at 1. Go to frame 15 and keyframe the blend value for this one at 1 too. Now we can just go back to frame 5. This one should come down here. Somewhere around here should be good, I think. And then do the same thing for this one. Go back to frame 0, take it down. Yeah, so about here. Now you need to take down the blend value to 0. Do the same thing for this one. Blend value should be at 0. I'm going to select both of these, open up spline. It's showing the glow. I'm just going to unselect the glow, open this one up, and I'm going to do ease out cube for all of them. I think that should work now when it comes like this. So at this same frame 40, let's go back to the edit page. At frame 40, just select, I want to highlight the kick ass text too. So what I'm going to do, we can do it here. I'm just going to open it in the fusion page. We did frame 40. We're going to do a light sweep. So I'm going to open this one up. I'm going to make sure that the light sweep happens around this time. So open this up, open the keyframe start from here, and let's make it start at frame, yeah, somewhere around here. I'm just going to select the second keyframe and bring it so that it's a little bit faster like this. Now close this up. At this frame 40, I wanted to change the color of this text, so I'm going to go to the shading, come here, I'm going to keyframe the color at this point. Now I can go to maybe frame 30, keyframe it again, go to maybe frame 50, keyframe it again. At frame 40, change this to a green color like this. Yeah, so if we move forward, yes, you see the light sweep as it's moving, the color is changing. Let me show you. As it's, you see the light sweep as it's moving is changing. So that's what we want. Let's just disable this one so that we don't good. Now go back to the edit page and we have what we want. It starts the yellow color and the blend value comes in too fast. So I'm going to go back to the edit fusion page, and for these two I'm going to select them, open up spline, and I want to make sure that their blend values are not that fast. So let's uncheck this one, select both of these and hit S. I don't want it that fast, it's too fast for my liking. Now go back here, I think. Yeah, all we need, the final thing we are going to add to this clip is a zoom in. From here, all of these text we don't need them, so we can delete all of these go to edit, bring in an adjustment clip again. I'm gonna cut the adjustment clip to about this length. I'll keep it here because I don't want to enable this one for now. The use for this adjustment clip is to add a zoom in at the start. So open it in the Fusion page and I'll add a transform node here. Now let's go to somewhere around frame. Let's just go to the end of it. I should increase the length maybe around here. So the final zoom position should be here. This is my final zoom position. Open this one in the Fusion page and it's at frame 40. I'm just going to keyframe the size at frame 40 there. Go back to frame 0 and make sure I'm going to take this one to maybe his nose. Yeah, so that is my point of focus. Now just increase the size like this. Increase the size. Yes. Something around here, let's say 2.35 is it's kind of good. Go to spline, select this again, and you can ease out cubic. Now if you want a little bit of spice to it, add motion blur. Leave the setting at default. Now we're done with this first scene. At the end, I'm going to play it for you. We're done with this first scene. So for this one, this adjustment clip, I think I need to end it here because from here it says number 1. So this is where he says number 1. I'm just going to add a marker there. Now hold down Alt to duplicate this adjustment clip and move it to this side. Yeah, this is it here. So we just bring it right down here and make sure, yeah, there is no gap there. So with this adjustment clip, I'm going to open this second adjustment clip in this Fusion page. Now in the adjustment clip, let's first of all disable this one. For this merge node, we just need this final value. So we are going to come to this merge node, and where the first value is, remove the first value and remove this one so that it stays there. Or you can just come here and double click. Yes, double click to remove the animation. Come to this one, double click and double click. It's going to keep the animation like that. So what we need to do to this one is we're going to use this transform node. Let's add a different transform node so that we can reuse it again. After this transform node, I'm going to add another one. This one is going to be to zoom in. So make sure you bring the pivot point in at the center of that one. And I made it too big, but you see that with this transform node we need to zoom it in, and if we zoom it in, this one is going to go out of frame. So what do? We're just going to remove this and make it 1, reduce this one again, yes, and reduce this one, yeah. I can then delete this one. We don't need that one. So what we are going to do is just bring this one up. Since it's already at the center, we're just going to bring it up to, yes, bring it up to somewhere around here. And then all you need to do is come to this one and add a shift space brightness and contrast. If you add a brightness and contrast, what happens to it is that if you bring down the gain, it becomes black. But we don't need this one. We are going to disable the light sweep for this one. It becomes black like this. So we just need to bring down the, and make sure you always click this button, pre-divide, pause, multiply, so that it doesn't affect. I think somewhere a value of 33 is okay. So come to this one, select this one, brightness and contrast, Control C, and add a brightness and contrast to this one, Control V, and then you make sure that you remove the light sweep. Disable the light sweep from this one. Only this one needs a light sweep. Now we're just going to keyframe the light sweep from maybe somewhere around frame 10. I'm going to keyframe it at frame 10 here and 30 so that it takes 20 frames. Now this one at this frame, it should be out of the screen like this, and at the first one it should sweep like from here. Now go to spline. Let's do out cubic. All right, at the same time, what we're going to do is just make sure that we come to frame 0. For us to make this text, let me bring this one up. For us to make this text to show, just come to the mosaic blur and bring it down to, if you want, you can keyframe it from here at 1. That's frame 0 at 1. Make sure it's at 1, and then go to frame, maybe frame 6, and bring it down to 0. It depends on you. Good. I think he says keyboard shortcuts from around here. frame 30. So I'm going to select the right sweep, go to this one, and make sure that this one starts at yes. Good. So when it says using keyboard shortcuts, it's going to sweep to the left. Now that's all about this one. You can even add glow to it and make it glow. Let's go back to the edit page, and then let's look for the next point where he's talking about the next. This is where he says, so number 2, we're going to add a marker here. Hold down Alt on this one and duplicate it to this point. Make sure it fits right there. Open this one in the Fusion page. Now here, what I need to do is I don't need this one here, so I can delete it. This light sweep, I need to move it to the second one, so I can delete this one, copy this one, Control C and Control V. Here it's going to have the same thing. You can just do the timing if you want. Now come to this one, Control C, and bring it down here, Control V. Now remove this light sweep from here, delete it, and come to this one. The value here is 1.99, so just double click and it goes back to same. We're going to delete this one from here so that that one becomes visible. Come to this one, as you can go to the blend value, keyframe it at frame 0, go to frame 6, take it down to 0 so that you see the word now. And yeah, we can then leave the light sweep like that, and here just add 199. By the way, we can start removing this rectangle from here. Let's remove all of these, we don't need them. Then we can go back here. When it says number 3, I'm going to add it again. So this is where he says last but not the least. I'm just going to hold that Alt, duplicate it, and bring it there, and you can do the same process. So here he says no matter what editing software you use. So when it starts from no matter what editing software you use, I'm going to add a marker and add an adjustment clip to this point. Why am I using an adjustment clip? So that I can always see where the individual is, and then I can be able to position everything as I want. Now bring this adjustment clip and node here, get a background node and get another one. I just like to get another one and get an ellipse mask. Go to the ellipse, create expression at width, and connect your width to the height. Now connect the ellipse to this background and this background to this one, and this one you can connect it here. Let's arrange them nodes. I need to, if I take a look at this from this side, okay, this is how the ellipse appear. I'm going to just size it down to something around here. Now go to this one, bring it, make it black, but I don't want it to be that black, so I'm going to bring it to something around here. Now go to my media pool. I'm going to bring in the DaVinci Resolve logo here and connect it to this one. It's too big. Yes, let's just add a transform node, or you can use this merge node and bring down the size like so. Let's make sure we are looking at this from here and seeing the final product here. So I'm just going to bring this down. I can close this up. What I want is that at some point there should be circles around here. I'm going to copy this again, Control C and Control V. Now connect this one to this one. This circle is going to appear here. Good. Let's go to this one and bring down this size like this. Now I'm going to just select this one from here and bring it to the corner here. Bring it to the corner. I can make the color of that maybe white. Now I need to create a tick inside of this, so I'm just going to get a polygon mask here, get a background node here, connect this one here and this one here. Let's arrange these nodes. Now select this polygon. You can come here, click here and click here. Now in the background, I'm just going to change the background color to something like green. Go to this one, uncheck solid. Make sure, oh, it's too big. Let's bring it down like that. Select this one, And that color is, it looks a little bit too, yeah, something around here is fine. I think I like this one. So we're just going to keyframe the blend value when he says, okay, here he says what editing software. I'm going to make it at frame 30. So let's just say, let's give it 4 frames. So keyframe the blend value here, take it down to 0, and this one up to 1. By the way, it should be for both. So I'm going to lift this up, connect this one here. I see that this one disappears. Just come to this one and hit Control T to swap inputs, and it's going to be fine. Just delete this one, and this one is going to have the same thing. Yeah, going to have the same thing. Now you can add a transform node here and position it wherever you want. I think I'm going to position them here. Somewhere around here is good. Now all we need is copy all of these, Control C, Control, I like to paste it up here, Control V. Now just replace the DaVinci Resolve logo with maybe, which one is next? After Effects. Connect it here and just bring the CapCut or Firecut, anyone. Let's bring in this one. Now we paste it again, Control V. It should be the same thing. I'm going to delete the DaVinci Resolve logo, connect this one, and this one should be connected. I'm going to connect all of them to one of these. All of them are in the same position now, so just come here and bring this one to the side. Yes, bring this one to the middle. Now you see that everything is too big, so let's use a size of maybe 0.8. Yes, 0.8 should be, oh, let's use 7.5. 7.5. Yes, for this one 0.75, and here same thing, 0.75. I think it looks a little bit better now, but you see that the logo for this one is too small, so let's increase the size a little bit, and let's do same for this one a little bit. And I think that's all for this one. Now all we need to do is, I want them to be in position before this frame 30. So let's say I want to animate the blend value and the transform values for all of these. So I'm going to move this to the side, get a background node here, connect this one here, and this one should be here. Good. So that if I come here, I can keyframe the center X and Y, go to frame 0, take it down here like so. Now I can go to frame 10, keyframe the opacity, that is the blend value, then go back to frame 0 and take the blend down to 0. Now select the match node, open it in spline, unselect the blend, select this one, ease out cubic, unselect this one, select this one. You can leave it at default or just hit S, that'll be fine. Now I can copy this one, Control C, come here, delete both of these, Control V and Control V. Connect this one to this one. Nope. This one should take the background input. Yes. And this one should take the foreground input. This one should take the background. And you take the foreground. Then you go into this one. They all come in at the same time. So I'm going to give them maybe 3-4 frames offset. Let's select these two, open them up, and I'm going to maybe take this to frame 5 and this. Yes. Okay, so at this point where this circle is, the blend values for this circle is appearing, that's frame 25. I'm going to add go to effects, go to template, and I'm going to add a new glue. In the new glue, I'm going to keyframe this one here at frame 30. I'm going to keyframe it, and at frame 34, 35, keyframe it again. This one should be 0, or let's say, no, not 0. Let's just say 0.05. So let it start from there, last one, and let it not come down to 0, but let it come down to 0.07. I think should be, yes, that should make it better. And I think that is all for this one. Let's go back to the edit page. Now I'm going to enable this our text from here. We're done with the animation. These are the main animations that we have to do. Now if you come here, you have to select all of these texts and delete them. Now all you need to do, I think that I'm going to open this up to about 50%. This will make you way faster. I want to open this up and cut this up here. Yes, so I can come to this faster and maybe open this in the Fusion page. Let me show you how to highlight the text. We can then open this up again. By the way, let's make the text size 0.9. Let's make the text a little bit bigger. Yes, 0.9 is okay. Now right click and select character level styling. Go to the modifier and select this one, the faster, and then you can change the color of the faster to a yellow color that you want, or maybe this one we have been using. That is how you can do it. Then we are going to add glow to all of the text. So just come here. Now if you want this glow, link in the description, or use the inbuilt glow in DaVinci Resolve. Let's just bring it down to about 0.8. No, 0.8. 0.8. Good, something like that. So come here, do the same thing. Open this in Fusion and add glow. New glow and make it good. I'm just gonna copy that one. Control C, Control V. So this is all about it. Now it's your choice for you to decide. You can either leave the text on screen with this animation, or you remove the text totally. But I've shown you how you can do. Now you can come where he says boring video. This one, open this one in the Fusion page, add a glow, Control V, and then select the boring. Go to the template, right click, character level styling, go to modifier and just change the color to the same color we used for the other one. Oh no, let's use red since boring is something bad. Let's use red. Let's go back to the edit page and we can change the size 0.9. For all of them you can do that. Let me go to this one, right click and open in the Fusion page. I need to come here, delete this one, go back. I think this one has it too. Open in the Fusion page. I think we have. Now before you render, make sure that you select all of these. Let's open this in the Fusion page. We're going to open this one up, and make sure you copy the glow from here. Control C, come back here, right click, open this one in the Fusion page and add it here. Control V. Now go back and make sure that here select all of these and delete them, so that okay, for this one I'm just going to come here, open my inspector, copy this word, Control C, and bring it here, Control V, using just UR. So just open it up and delete this text. Now we can zoom in and bring it here. By the way, it's your choice to either keep it up here or you remove it. I'm going to leave that up to you. Alright, so if I play what we have been able to cover so far in this video, most of the effects like glow and light sweep, I've disabled them. But let me just play what we have done for this video.
Here's 3 ways to become a kick-ass video editor. Number 1, you need to be using keyboard shortcuts. This will make you way faster and way more efficient no matter what editing software that you're using. Number 2, you need to be practicing sound design. Sound design can make a really boring video into a really...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this video. By the way, I'll do the sound design for this video if many people are interested in the sound design. So like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.